Hey PE teachers, need a quick way to do a formative assessment before your kids leave the gym? Stick around, I'll show you what you can do. Welcome to Mather PE and another PE management video. Today we're talking about formative assessments when you need to get a quick snapshot of what your students are doing or how they feel they're doing before they leave a class. Sometimes it's really hard to interview all of your students to see how they're doing, to check in with them, but sometimes you can do a quick little assessment with them and you don't need to see everybody. Maybe you just get a general picture or read the room. Since our outcomes are assessed on a scale of 1 to 4, we try to keep that numbering system consistent throughout different evaluations. And this is a quick way that we can do a snapshot self-evaluation just to check in and see where the kids are before they leave class. So what we did is we made a poster that had this sort of 1 to 4 scale on it, and the kids can look at it and get some exemplars or some idea of what's expected in order for students to achieve a 4 on a given day or on a specific outcome, or a 3 or a 2 or a 1. And it gives them a little rhyme actually that kind of explains sort of where they are and where they can self-assess. So for our 4, we've got participates in the entire lesson. That's your ideal student. That's they're doing everything right. I did everything you asked for and more. That's why I got a 4. If they participated in most of the lesson, they did everything that you asked of me, that's why I got a 3. They might be looking more at a 2 if they participated minimally in the lesson. I did some work, but there's more to do, that's why I got a 2. And down at the bottom here, we have one that we hope kids don't get too often. Didn't participate in the lesson really at all. I did not do what should be done, that's why I got a 1. So sometimes at the end of a class, before we release them to go to their next class, I'll ask them to walk up to this poster and simply tap where they think they fit on a given day. So they might walk by and slap number 3. And I don't worry about recording it, but what I do look for is people that are going and touching a number that doesn't quite match what they were doing or what my observation was. And it gives me an opportunity to say, maybe I need to have a conversation with that student about why they're thinking they are a 4 when maybe they were more of a 2 or a 3. Or somebody who gave themselves a 1 or a 2 when really I thought they were higher. So having those conversations later allows for some formative assessment so they can self-evaluate them. What we want are kids to be able to evaluate and reflect on their own learnings or their own activity levels. And so this tends to work fairly well for that. It's a quick snapshot. I'm not writing anything down. I'm just opening the door for conversations if it's very different than what I've seen. One of the holes in this process, though, is that sometimes they're not a 4, but they're not a 3, and they're right in the middle. And sometimes we use a 3+ or a 2+ in our assessment scales. This doesn't really allow that, but again, the purpose is not necessarily to be super precise, it's to give a general picture of it. There are many different types of ways you could do this kind of assessment or this sort of checkout. Some people I've seen, they have blocks in different colors and they simply go and slap a color block on the wall or a number or a letter or whatever it happens to be. This is just something that we made and we use occasionally, and sometimes it's very beneficial. If you're not doing any kind of formative checkout, this might be a valuable thing for you to do to add to your practice. If you like it, give it a try. Tell me how it works in the comments. If you're doing something cool in your own practice, why don't you let me know? Thanks everybody, take care, and we'll catch you next time.